Boy, the feds are playing the dirty game because the one question we kept on asking finally slightly gets answered, but not in the way y'all think. They think they slick. Listen to this first part. United States District Court, Southern District of Tejas. United States of America versus Jeremy Christopher Ford. United States unopposed motion for protective order for discovery. United States of America moves for a protective order under Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 16D1. The discovery contains information, agency operation plans, and tactics that would need to be redacted in the absence of a protective order. Brief overview of facts. On April 8, 2026, a robbery and shooting occurred at the Confessions restaurant located in Houston, Texas, in the Southern District of Texas. The restaurant was open to the public at the time of the shooting, and restaurant patrons who were not involved with any of the individuals involved in the incident were made witnesses to the events leading up to the shooting and thereafter. Wow. The defendant has been indicted for felon in possession of a firearm. The case is still under investigation. Discovery. The discovery is of sensitive nature. Much of the evidence concerns numerous witnesses and their personal information, along with individuals who are still under investigation for their participation in the incident. As much as the United States moves for the protective order containing the following provisions, is 6 times 10. That big old ass showing the end. Hit that QR code so we can add 10 to your account right now. Free cash, Saturday Nash on a Wednesday, spins day. Free cash, Saturday Nash. Hit that QR code or tap that link in the description. If you haven't before, find out what all the raving and ranting is about. Free cash, Saturday Nash. Hit that QR code or tap that link in the description, and I will catch y'all there. Let's get back to the content. Now, y'all know as well as I know exactly what the heck the feds are doing. They're still actively investigating. See, there's a strategy that they have that they want some yappity yap to go on, and it hasn't happened. I'm not going to say yet because I don't believe Allstar JR is going to do anything like that, but it definitely is worth noting that they said an investigation is still going on. Why in the hell would you say that? Just curious. Why? Why would you say that? Because it's true. See, they also said other people's personal information. You know what personal information means, right? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. But let's get to the last page. Roll it. Discovery materials and all copies should be protected from unnecessary dissemination. Discovery materials should be utilized by the defendant and the defense team solely for this case and for no other purpose other than proceeding. Discovery materials and their contents and any notes or other record of such materials or their contents should not be disclosed either directly or indirectly to any person or entity other than the defendant and the defense team. Discovery materials should not be copied or reproduced except as necessary for use by the defense team, and all such copies will be treated in the same manner as the original. The defense team may not provide copies of discovery to the defendant nor any other person except where found by the court in writing to be necessary to prepare or assist in the defense. Nothing in this order prohibits counsel from reviewing discovery with the defendant. Defendant's counsel should inform the defendant of the provisions of the protective order and direct them not to disclose or use any information contained in the government's discovery in violation of the protective order. All discovery and copies shall be returned to the United States Attorney's Office following disposition of the case, except where an appeal is anticipated. The protective order applies to any subsequent discoverable material provided to the defendant, except for the defendant's statements. That's interesting. The protective order does not preclude any party from seeking modification of the provisions. Respectfully submitted, John G. E. Mark. That's an interesting way to spell it, but all right. Now, the judge hasn't signed off on it. They have 2 other papers that they use for like, all right, judge, just sign right here, date it, and we're good to go. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if I should start including those Some of y'all complained last time it wasn't loud enough, but I'm wondering, just for the viewing pleasure, if we should have that shit on there. I could show y'all real quick. That's what the paper looks like right there. And then we'll flip it to another part. Y'all can keep reading. It's nothing but them just talking about the things that's already agreed upon, because an unopposed motion means that the defense and the prosecution actually agree, which is interesting, because I'm not going to say they should be fighting it, but I find it fascinating what they're doing. So there's the other page right there, and y'all can see right there, because I know some of y'all read as slow as I do, so it's fine. Shout out to the slow readers out there. So y'all let me know if y'all want me to read that, and I can just start making sure I do that, because all they want the judge to do is just sign and date, and he's going to grant it. The motion is going to be granted. I don't see any type of any type of judge saying, no, nah. Y'all both agreed to keep this stuff, because we're talking about mistrials, witness intimidation. We're talking about a whole bunch of shit that the defense does not want to do. You know, it's worth a lot of trouble. And you don't want to pay that price. It's more trouble than it's worth. Yeah. So, Nash, come on, man. Speak with us. Y'all know what that shit means. And I found it interesting how people were so quick to go, oh, no, BEN10 didn't talk. BEN10 didn't talk. BEN10 spoke to the feds. If y'all go look up the freaking investigators' names, what I told you guys, one white, one Hispanic. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. But I find it even freaking funnier that the feds is like, hey, dummy. When you talk to us and you tell us your role in all of this shit, you're admitting the crime. That's why I personally don't understand telling. Why would me and you agree to do a crime, I get caught, and I rat on you? Why? I got to try to beat this case and act like I was never there. Me admitting we both were there, bro, I'm just as screwed. I have yet to see a snitch do this shit and get off and walk the hell on out. Remember the little fat dude in the freaking XXXTentacion case? He still had to serve some time. He still got 30 years plus of probation. He'll never own a firearm. He'll have to check in for a very long time. All of this crap, bro. In his life, dare I say it, is always going to be shadowed by that shit. But James Prince Jr., what you going to do? Because if the rumors are true, and let me help y'all out on the rumors, James Prince Jr. allegedly was sitting outside across that street where that little strip mall is and called them cats up over there with their dumb selves, because the paperwork reads not what he said. They say BEN10 and OG3 and all them, they came out the elevator the same damn time, right? The same damn time that boy Allstar JR was leaving. So the fact that you said, oh, they were having a party and all this shit and everything, why did they choose that spot in particular? Pardon me, particular. Huh? There has to be some type of reason, right? Who told them to go there? They're not from Houston. Pardon me. They're not from Houston. They're not. They're not from Umbu. They're not from none of that. They're not from Tejas, homie. So what did you tell them? And since they already talking, please believe they gonna involve you. If I'm Allstar JR, bruh, I am hiring 2 private investigators to get on this shit immediately and making sure that I talk to everybody who might have said a goddamn word to the police that night, because they're saying shit. We spoke to everybody in that bar. And if they corroborate the story that the same damn camera shit took, then you screwed. Now, Allstar JR, he's going to have to take a plea deal, bruh. It just is what it is on that one, man. And get the hell up out of Dodge. He might be doing a 5-piece or 7-piece, but we kept on asking the question, bro, how the hell did the people who robbed this man on camera, the police chief already said it, how did these people who robbed this man get away with it? So don't be surprised if in about 2 weeks or a week, hell, next month, don't be surprised if you see the U.S. Marshals arresting or wheeling around somebody. Damn, I shouldn't be laughing. I ain't got no beef with BEN10. I hate I even laughed at that. Don't be surprised that if you see the feds, basically, the U.S. Marshals, taking away everybody. Only people who could potentially get off, OG3, because he didn't do anything but run away. But then you be charged with conspiracy, my boy. So we're going to see, man. This might be the shit that took the rest of the NBA crew the hell down. Idiots who were actually beefing with YoungBoy that y'all decided to get cool with. Once an enemy could never be a friend. But click right here to see how Rick Ross' plane did not get up and fly. No. Or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one.